Salute, salute. Peace and power, peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. Divine mind knows, the divine mind shows all things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power. Divine order. Peace and power. As you come on in, please know that this is a safe space. This is an environment for learning, for educating and being educated, for intellectuals, for common sense, for people who are yearning for liberation and are seeking purpose and a path towards that liberation. This is a space where we tolerate no games. So as you come on in, the classroom assistants, please have the green screen information up and available during the duration of the build. Yes. Yes. And as you are entering, please let them know that you're here. Let the rest of your classmates know that you are here. Yeah, let your classmates know you here. And a disclaimer. Small disclaimer. If you are a sensitive type, if you wear your emotions on your sleeve, comrades, this may not be for you. It may not be for you. Because trust and believe, we're going to get down to the get down when it comes to this fake, false narrative that people have been running with for decades. Okay? Trust and believe. If you cannot show and prove, do not sit through this. Just don't do it. Because you're going to have to come at me with absolute facts. Straight up. Now, during this week, a couple of people have sent me, as they always do, videos that they would like me to elaborate on. And I usually don't do it unless I get it from as many different people as possible. Because time is resource. And I don't just chit-chat to chit-chat. I don't. I'm in the process of building an army, building a nation, building free thinkers, people who have discarded the inherited lessons, the inherited beliefs, the inherited faiths and systems of our oppressors and how people operate within that. Nah, that shit is old. It's old, it's dated, it's useless. The only time that it is able to be utilized is for points of reference and reflections of our failures, of our missteps. That is the only use that it has. We're in the second and a half, almost the third decade of a new millennium. So if you come at me with some 80s shit, 70s, that ain't happening. Because so far it's been proven false. We have not gained an inch. So let's get into one of the videos. There's a video that they was sending to me of a young man who was in a fit of rage. And he was banging out the windows, destroying his room. His room was disorganized, clutter, and he was very, very triggered and having a fit. And by the end of the video, he was, well, we believe because of the audio that he was attacking his mother. And during his fits and his rage, the mother was making some very triggering statements and not de-escalating him one bit. And people ask, what did I think of that upon seeing it? And even suggesting that if there was a man in the home, assuming that there wasn't, right? Would he be acting in that manner? So I held it, didn't speak on it. Not at all. Then there was another video of two brothers dialoguing and making some very, very blanketed statements about single mothers feeding the prison system. Again, I hold that and don't speak on it because a lot of these narratives, when it comes to mothers, when it comes to absent fathers, these are conversations and dialogues that I have spoke on in the past in closed environments, different panels, and even in work. As you know, I have been a part of a nonprofit where I was part of the Fatherhood Initiative, where we taught, where we educated, where we learned parenting skills, specifically for fathers, to show them what errors they may have been making, to expose them to new information on parenting. So it's not anything that I haven't done. I may have not spoke to it in large detail on YouTube or IG, but in the decade or so, in the decade plus that I've been on Facebook, always touching. And it always seemed to ruffle men right around the grippers. Because again, it's very triggering when you catch them in that vulnerable space. When they're making statements about who, what, why, when, and where. When it comes to these things. And they make generalized comments. Very vague and open statements about women and single parenting. Salute, Kanye, for the green screen. They make these statements, and some of them, they stand firm and tall on it as if these open opinions are facts. And I always ask them, where are you getting this from? What data? Give me some averages. What work, what field of work have you been in to make these statements? Because When you attack black women, mm, mm, mm. When you attack black women and say things like that and believe things like that, I have to challenge you. I really do. I really, really do. When we're speaking on the family unit, the structure of the families that are in these very, very strict and tight oppressive conditions, and we place blame on one another, on each other, or on the lack thereof of our people, and deflect from the main catalyst of our circumstances, I question your intelligence. I question your knowledge of what you say you have read or what you say you have been involved in. I have to. Because at any point of which you can blame those who are not only prisoners of their conditioning, of their circumstances, of their environments, but are only able to utilize, right, what they are aware of and how that awareness affects them. I question you. I question that. Now, if people don't know my history, after I've explained it and given it about 100 times, let me do it one more time. My father had me when he was going on 19 years old. My mother, 18 going on 19 years old as well. Two-family household. Father was very, very active and aware for his age. Woke, conscious, and practicing Sunni Muslim. Mother, very intelligent, leaned more so on the nationalist vein. Two-parent household, raised in East New York, Brooklyn. My adolescence was like many others, because of the struggles of the 70s and early 80s. Many of our fathers, and listen to what I'm saying, many of our fathers fell victim to a lot of the traps and vices and systematic cages that was placed in front of them. Nevertheless, they were there and active. Now, I've traveled quite a lot in my 54 years. Met a lot of people. But my day ones from East New York, Brooklyn, some of my crime partners, some of my co-defendants, I can rattle off about 100 of them. About 100 of them. And every one of them had a father in the home. Some worked for transit. Some worked for the phone company. Some were cops. Some had their own businesses. Some were truck drivers. But we all have fathers in the home, and each and every one of us spent time in the mountains. Each and every one of us became felons with a father and a mother in the home. Every one of us. Every one of us. With a father and a mother in the home. Now, because this is social media and this is how we're moving and this is how people are pushing conversation and dialogue, let us take it a step further. Okay? We all know who Jesse Jackson is. We all know what he stood for. We all know what he was about. Jesse Jackson had a son. Has a son. Jesse Jackson Jr., who was on his father's hip. From a cub to an adult. Jesse Jackson Jr. did a bid. I mean, some would say he had damn near one of the greatest representations of a dad we ever seen. Shit. His dad rivaled Heathcliff Huxtable and Uncle Phil. But he did a bid. So did Kwame Kilpatrick. You don't know who Kwame Kilpatrick is? Former mayor of Detroit? Yeah. Father, sharp. His father was sharp. His mother was sharp. Did a bid. Became felonious and did a bid. Oh, yeah. I can name plenty of men who had fathers in their lives. More currently, recently, T. Moran is in his boy's life. T. Moran. And we see the dysfunction of his son, Ja. These are individuals who have fathers in their lives. Two parents, mama there too. Oh, yes. Now, we're going to have a whole bunch of excuses. Whole bunch of excuses as to why us, me and my crimies, and these more recent individuals, we could give them all type of excuses. But we have to stay and stick with the narrative. Right? Because the narrative is single mothers are a detriment to our growth as a nation. This is a narrative that people have been spewing for a long time. And I'm telling you, I'm sitting in the pocket of truth. That I know that me and mine have committed some of the most heinous acts of violence in the streets, behind the walls, you name it. It's been done. And we come from homes with two parents, where we ate dinner every night, where we didn't want for nothing within our family household coming up. Now, there have been some people who we all deem iconic, some of the greatest people. Ebony, top 50 people. Jet, top 50 people. Essence, top 50 people. God damn it, People Magazine, Life Magazine. Most influential people who come from single mothers. Thousands of them. Shall we name a few? Shall we name a few? Jay-Z. This is your man, the billionaire. Father wasn't in his life. 50 Cent is another icon. These two are going to go down in hip-hop and commercial rap history as icons. Okay? Single mothers. All right? How about your man who just got swept? Did he get swept? LeBron James. I never seen or heard about his dad. If I'm wrong, correct me in the chat. Y'all calling him the GOAT, the greatest basketball player of all time. Single mama. Mike Tyson. How about Malcolm X's father was murdered, assassinated? And mother didn't hold on too much longer after that. Grew to become one of the greatest organizers and revolutionaries that we've ever had. Jalen Rose, Cameron the rapper, DMX, damn it, Puffy. Yeah, that man Puffy Combs. Father killed when he was 3. I can go on and on and on about what these single black mothers raised. When you say things like that, and you are sitting in a pocket, you're sitting in communities, you're sitting in a nation where we see every day black women, single black women, against all odds, raising children who walk upright, who are intelligent, and who are contributing. You, in your beliefs, in your statement, in your ignorance, are doing the greatest harm. We witness it every day. We see single women every day. Not raising one, two. Some of them are raising families and extended families on their own. Every day. And have been doing so for a long time. So when you push the false narrative and do it in front of Euros, in front of white folk, how do you believe our women are going to respond to you? Better yet, if you as a single man truly believe in this storyline, in this narrative, right? What are you doing to correct it? How many stepchildren do you have? How many women do you have? If you believe that that is true, how come you haven't hooked up? Salute for the Cash App. Huh? How come you haven't hooked up with one? How come you haven't learned one? How come you haven't loved one? Bring me your numbers. Substantiate what you are saying. Substantiate it. Show me. I'm giving you daily proof every day that some of the most, and that's the most iconic individuals that have the most influence for generations walk up to podiums, receive awards, state that all their accomplishments are due to their mama. Haven't seen or heard from a daddy. Where are your proof? You hear shit and then you run with it. I've seen fathers be destructive in a home. Numerous times. Their very presence is poison in the household. And if it don't fit you, if that truth doesn't fit you, and you're this Superman, you're this woke conscious man, huh? And you're running around and you have the answer. Where are you at? Where you at? Where you at? Talk about it. Talk about it. Where you at? I need to know. I need to know. Huh? It's not a matter of fault. It's a matter of being truthful with where these dialogues are going and how untruths can be more destructive and divisive. So show and prove. Show and prove. Don't throw innuendos out there. Don't sit firm and tall on your opinion. Show and prove. Using scientific facts. And I'm showing you and telling you that common sense in your face. Don't be quiet. Don't get quiet now. Because you hit my DMs on the regular. Don't be quiet now. Show your proof. And I will show you 1,000,000 single mothers that are making it happen every single day. Be quiet. Be quiet now. Nah. No. Don't get quiet now. Nah. You demonize black single mothers. And as long as we're on this build, I could name and keep giving you names and names and names of your most iconic, the ones you worship, the ones the sheeple worship. Not a father in sight in their life. So somebody's telling a lie. Someone is misrepresenting the truth. Where we at with it? What? Yeah. This is what I figured. This is what I figured. Nick, get tight. get tender around the heart, get choked up. Don't get choked up. Nah, don't do it here. Right? We deal with intelligence. That's what we deal with here, right? This is our class. And don't run. I'm seeing a lot of weird shit. I'm seeing the numbers drop. I'm seeing everything. Come on. Can't read the chat. Just lay it again. Yeah, come on. Come on. Y'all gonna learn. You're gonna learn when you come here. Don't get quiet now. Talk about it. I need you to talk about it. State your case. Prove it. I need you to prove what you're saying, what you're posting, what you're sharing. And every person, every narrative, every untruth, I'm willing to sit here and dispel it. And in this class, we not sitting on no lie. Not doing it. We're not doing it. What's up? What's up? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. Yeah, I know. Quiet. Quiet. There's a lot. There's a lot. Cause it's false. We got another one. Who? Another individual. 2-parent household. Always brag about pops in his life, right? Got who this? DJ Envy. My father's a cop. My father this, my father that, my father this. And he's a father several times over. My kids this, my kids this, my kids that. Now I caught up in a scam. What good is it if the father you have is in here idolizing, worshiping, deeming anything that come from our captors' success? What good is it if at the end of it you don't have the moral compass? If you're leaning into the value system of people who are not even worthy to lead their own left foot in front of their right, how can they lead God's? Talk about it. Talk about it. Now, quick to have these conversations. Fast. All black women is. All single mothers that. All pointing the finger. Oh, where's the mother? She's at fault. Y'all quick with it. Your mother's doing their thing. The shit is that some of the men are saying it is was raised by a single mother. And watched her navigate through that shit. And got the nerve to be on social media making statements like that. ignorant. Let's go. Let's go. Push that with other. I'm too sharp for this shit. Too sharp for it. Too sharp for it. Nah, don't matter. Nah, we don't. It's not to out anyone. It's not to embarrass anyone. It's not to do that. We're having constructive, critical dialogue. We're having constructive, critical dialogue and getting rid of that falseness. That's how we build. That's how we get some traction. It's just mind-blowing. They could give you all the numbers and give you every excuse to continuously put certain people in boxes and point. But never point at your enemy. Never. Oh, yeah? Incomplete males, huh? I hear that. So all your icons are incomplete males. You talking about exceptions. These are exceptions to the rules? Your icons are exceptions? The average people you see in your community on a regular basis are exceptions. Really? Molly, salute for the green screen. So I have to be so what am I? I need to know this. You need to make it. What am I? Tell me, what am I? Since we're using this exception to the rules, what am I? See, I live it. I am the experience. Me. I am the gauge. I want you to recognize that you're looking at. Right? The mathematical. Right? Me. The mathematical. The part of the equation that don't make sense. Because this is what you're saying. You're saying that someone that has two parents, right? In the household, nurtured, loving, woke. I was reading my book at 10 years old. Had every Panther paraphernalia in the house. Had reel-to-reels of Elijah Muhammad that I had to listen to, and WBAI, Malcolm, Farrakhan. From a pop, skipped in middle middle school, graduated high school early, college, tore in the army, and still did decade behind the wall. Still was in the street ready to blow your head clean off for nothing. And speak and love and have a great relationship with my father to this day. Explain it. Talk about no exception to the rules. Y'all looking at icons that came from single mothers. The narrative you're painting is false. It's a lie. You see these women every day. If that was the case, the prisons would be at 15 million by now. Blaming them and not your enemy. Where we at with it? Where we at with it? Where we at with it? Yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Nobody willing to stand tall on that. Nobody willing to stand tall on that. They not. If we have been systematically kept out of the home, as you say, y'all could build, y'all could have dialogue, y'all could use 12-letter words and spin it and put all the blame on these women and don't even look at the institutions. Don't look at the system. Don't look at the false idea of what supreme white folks is. I could do all that. But you can't sit down and put together the plan. Can't put together the agenda to fix it. You could just demonize her, demonize him, give a fake narrative over there. You know what else I'm the exception to? Recidivism. I never went back. Ain't been a pair of cuffs on me since 2002. When I left a state facility to go to a private hospital. All right? When they say that people go back and forth, it's a revolving door. You understand that shit that you keep spewing and believing without any factual basis? When the averages don't add up? When somebody's giving you something and you're not using your common sense, saying, "Now that can't be right and exact." Because I know 10 women in my building that's single mothers and their kids are all excelling. I don't know how many single mothers I done seen on social media this past week with graduates. High school and college. Yeah, but it get quiet around here. silent. Yeah, it gets silent. I know. Yeah, I know. I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Don't tell me your opinions on shit. Mm-mm. Not when them opinions come from you deflecting, displaced anger, and shit like that, or fear and cowardice, or because you want to grandstand in front of the Euros. I see it all, man. I see it all. Single mothers, salute y'all. Keep doing y'all thing. Keep doing your thing. Single fathers too. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. The problem with our people is they don't guard their mind. They're so easily distracted and fall back into coping mechanisms on how to deal within the oppression and not be ready to do whatever it takes by any means necessary to get up out of it. So again, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. And people don't even get that shit. They ready to argue me down with that. Why you want to believe in me? How sick is that? When I tell you you God, when I tell you you universal truth, when I tell you you are the strength. No, I'm not. Okay, then you're not. Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Thank you to everybody who gave me the time and the ears. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the green screens. And for the super chats, though I couldn't see or do any of that. It looked weird. So, if I didn't acknowledge it, because I didn't see it. I didn't hear. The little register didn't come through, whatever's going on. So, don't blame it on here. Blame it on whatever else. All right? And should you want to build on a dialogue outside of public view, you don't want to be in the chat, I'm welcome to it. Just know that I'm a busy individual. Take a lot for me to shift my schedule around to talk, but you can't prove that shit to me. I've seen it happen too many times, over and over again. Like I say, I'm in the public, I'm in the community, I'm working with individuals, with families, with groups. So you're going to have to do more than quote some bullshit numbers at me. I see it. I see the work. I'm a living example of it. So salute. And whatever you do, however you do tomorrow, enjoy it safely. Come back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes.